Bharat Maharaj. So when we are here in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagwatam, which is last time we talked about the King Rishabhadev, and we saw that how this Rishabhadev is kind of role model for the Jains, who, taking inspiration from Rishabhadev, then they started the Shwetambar, Digambar, that type of austerities. And that's how we see that in Jains, the sadhus specifically, they don't wear any clothes. So the reason to that is that a sadhu is supposed to be beyond this bodily conception. कि जो देह अभिमान है कि मैं देह हूं, उससे भी परे साधु का जीवन होता है. तो वो साधु जो होता है वो अपने लिए नहीं जीता है, वो दूसरों के लिए जीता है. तो या तो साधु ऐसे सैफरन गेरवे कलर पहनते हैं, या तो फिर कुछ साधु रहते हैं जो कुछ भी नहीं पहनते हैं. तो बहुत बार जब ऐसे कुछ साधु होते हैं तो लोग समझ नहीं पाते हैं, क्योंकि हम देखते हैं ज्यादातर ये दुनिया में जो लोग पागल हो जाते हैं, वो भी कुछ पहनते नहीं है, वैसे नंगा घूमते हैं. तो कभी ये गलत सहमी हो सकता है कुछ लोगों का कि ये भी ऐसे ही पागल घूम रहे हैं. तो सेम thing was happening with Rishabhadev. When Rishabhadev, on very high spiritual platform, was roaming around without clothes, people were considering him as mad. Some were hitting him with stones, some were giving him bad words, some were doing so many things with him. But then Rishabhadev was way beyond all such things. And then he had these 100 sons. Out of them, Bharat Maharaj was the chief. He was the senior most. And then he became the king. And last time we saw that how very early in his age, when he was just married, having everything at his disposal, all the pleasures of the world, and then he left everything to go to the forest. And that is very surprising, that how can a person leave so many pleasurable things to go and do some tapasya, troubling, torturing body. Because our understanding from Srimad Bhagwatam and Bhagavad Gita is that we are here for eternal happiness, not for temporary happiness. Temporary happiness, you can get it very cheap anywhere. Eternal happiness, you have to pay for it. So intelligent person is ready to pay rather than having a cheap happiness. So when we are seeing the characteristic of Bharat Maharaj, we see that he left everything so that he can achieve Krishna consciousness. He achieves God. And then he goes in the forest. But unfortunately, as this world is, so many disturbance, so many distractions. So he also was distracted by a small deer, baby deer, because he was engaged in yogic performances. He was doing yajna, he was doing chanting, he was doing so many other sadhana. But then he was distracted by this small deer, who became so dear to his heart. So this deer took the heart from Bharat Maharaj. So his whole attention was shifted from devotional service to deer. And in that state, when he left his body, next life he got of a deer. And that is quite a big a punishment. So, for a king of the world, and the next life is a small deer, that is too much. Not only that, because of the mercy of Krishna, his remembrance was intact. जनरली क्या होता है हमारे जब हम देखते हैं, जब हम दूसरा जन्म लेते हैं तो पहले डिलीट हो जाता है ऑल मेमोरी, जो भी हार्ड डिस्क रहता है वो पूरा का पूरा डिलीट हो जाता है, और उसके कारण हम दूसरे जीवन में फ्रेश काम चालू करते हैं. क्योंकि अगर पहले जन्म का कुछ याद आता था तो नॉर्मली जीना मुश्किल हो जाएगा, क्योंकि हमको याद आएगा कि पिछले जन्म में हमको कैंसर हुआ था, पिछले जन्म में हमको किसी ने तो खून किया था हमारा, पिछले जन्म में किसी ने हमको बहुत धोखा दिया था, पिछले जन्म में कोई एक्सीडेंट में मरा होगा. तो अगर वो याद रहता था तो ये जीवन हम जी नहीं सकते, क्योंकि हम कितने बार, लाखों बार हम मर गए हैं अलग अलग शरीरों में. अगर वो सब याद आए कि मैं हर एक जीवन में कैसे मरा था, कोई मस्कीटो होगा, किसी ने उसको ऐसा करके उसका चटनी बना दिया, या कोई कीड़ा है उसको कोई खा लिया, तो हमारे जो ये आत्मा जब घूमता है ये पूरे दुनिया में, तो अलग अलग शरीर अलग अलग रूप से हमने त्याग किया है. तो वो जो है वो हरे कृष्णा, इज माय वीडियो प्रॉपर?
Prabhuji, it's blur, Prabhuji.
Huh?
It's blur, Prabhuji.
No, clear or blur?
It's stuck, Prabhuji. It's stuck.
Hare Krishna?
Yes, it's now clear, Prabhuji.
Okay. So we see that whenever such kind of tragedy happens, then the remembrance of that tragedy creates very difficult situation, and that is the reason God has given such system that generally we don't remember our past life. बहुत बार ये लोग पूछते हैं कि अगर हम बहुत सारे हमारे जन्म हुए हैं तो याद क्यों नहीं रहता है हम? तो भगवान का कृपा है कि हमको याद नहीं रहता है. अगर हमको याद आने लगा सब जन्म, तो रात का नींद उड़ जाएगा हमारा, सो नहीं पाएंगे हम. जो हंसी है वो सब चला जाएगा, क्योंकि क्या क्या चीजों से हम गुजरे हैं, वो भयानक जो सत्यता है वो हम पचा नहीं पाएंगे. इसलिए भगवान कृपावश वो सब डिलीट कर देते हैं डाटा हमारे मेमोरी से, ताकि हम नया जीवन नए से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. लेकिन भरत महाराज का वैसे नहीं हुआ था. भरत महाराज, although he became a deer, he remembered his past life, that he was a king, and then he went to Pulasya ashram in Himalaya, and then because of some small mistake, distraction in his life, he was into this body now, like a deer. Now just imagine that Bharat Maharaj, he was very eager to practice Krishna consciousness. He was very eager to do yajna. He was very eager to chant mantra. He was very eager for associating with devotees. And now he has four legs, one tail, and then he is a deer. Now what can he do? So can he chant Hare Krishna now? Can he go to some temple to take darshan? How can he do association of devotees? So he was feeling very sad that I misused the opportunity given to me by God when I was having a human form. And we all also are given the same opportunity which is given to practically everybody who is born here in India, that we can perfect this life and go back to Godhead. We can go back to Krishna in this life only. But then when we are distracted like this, Bharat Maharaj, and this distraction comes in different ways, different people, different situations, different things of this world, generally they distract. So जैसे एक भक्त बता रहे थे भागवतम क्लास में कि वो गए थे हरिद्वार, तो हरिद्वार में बहुत लोग जो कोई ऐसे श्राद्ध वगैरह करते हैं और श्राद्ध के बाद वहां के साधुओं को भोजन देते हैं, ऐसे भंडारा चलता है। तो एक भंडारा में अपने भक्तों को बुलाया था, वो बोले बैठो बैठो स्वामी जी, आप भी ले लो। तो ये कुछ भक्त बैठ गए वहां पे, तो राइस आया, वो सर्व किया, सब्जी आया, और बाद में भक्त लोग बहुत आश्चर्यचकित हो गए कि उसके बाद कोका कोला भी दे रहे थे। वो कोका कोला की बोतल सबको एक 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 दे रहे थे, और भंडारा चल रहा है, श्राद्ध का भंडारा। तो ये भक्त थोड़ा चकित हो गया। वो जो सर्विंग कर रहे थे उसको थोड़ा साइड में लेके पूछा कि ये क्या चल रहा है, हमने ये तो कभी देखा नहीं था कि ऐसे श्राद्ध में कोका कोला बांट रहे हैं आप। तो वो बताने लगा, बोला कि क्या है कि मेरे पिताजी, वो उनका बेटा ही था वो जिन्होंने श्राद्ध रखा था, बोले हमारे पिताजी, बापूजी हम बोलते थे उनको, उनका जब अंत समय आया था तो हम सब अलग अलग जगह से आए वहां पे। बापूजी हमारे हॉस्पिटल में थे, तो जीवन भर तो हमने शंकर का भक्ति किया था, तो हमको पता था कि अभी अंत समय में आएगा तो भोलेनाथ का स्मरण करना चाहिए, क्योंकि हम शिव जी के भक्त हैं, शंकर के भक्त हैं। लेकिन हमारे पिताजी बहुत अलग ही स्टेट में थे, क्योंकि वो देखे हम कि वो मरने वाले हैं अभी कुछ क्षणों में। तो बोले कि हम लोग हमारे बापूजी को बोल रहे थे, बापू बोलो भोला भोला। तो ये बोल रहे थे कि हम हमारे बापूजी को बोल रहे थे कि बोलो भोला, लेकिन बापूजी मरते मरते बोले कोका कोला। तो क्योंकि उनको कोका कोला बहुत पसंद था और सोच रहे थे कि अभी मरने जा रहा हूं, बाद में कोका कोला कहाँ मिलेगा, तो कोका कोला लेते जाऊंगा। लेकिन कोका कोला लेने से पहले ही वो शरीर छोड़ दिए। तो उनके जो रिश्तेदार है वो सोच रहे थे कि हमारे बापूजी का लास्ट डिजायर ऐसे ही रह गया, वो पूरा नहीं कर पाए। तो बोले कि अभी ये आप सबको भंडारा देके वो कोका कोला उन तक पहुंच जाएगा। तो ऐसा करके सब जो भी वहां पे आ रहे थे यात्री उनको कोका कोला दे रहे थे। तो जोक अपार्ट, व्हाट वी अंडरस्टैंड इज, आप जिसका चिंतन करते हो वही लास्ट थॉट हो जाता है हमारा। अगर हम भगवान का स्मरण करते हैं पूरी जिंदगी भर, तो लास्ट भी भगवान का स्मरण आएगा। अगर किसी और चीज का हम स्मरण करते रहते हैं ज्यादातर हमारे जीवन में, तो वही स्मरण लास्ट में भी आएगा। तो उससे एक सीख हमको मिलता है कि जितना हमको समय मिले जब भी, तो भगवान का भक्ति जो है वो बहुत मन से करना चाहिए, दिल से करना चाहिए। तो जितना हम वो पूरा दिल से करेंगे, उतना जब हमारा लास्ट समय आएगा तो हम भगवान का स्मरण कर सकते हैं। तो भरत महाराज जब डियर हिरन हो गए दूसरे जन्म में, तो अभी हिरन होने के बाद तो माला भी छूट गया, यज्ञ वगैरह भी छूट गया, मंदिर आना भी छूट गया, और अभी जंगल में घूम रहे थे वो। लेकिन क्योंकि उनका पिछले जन्म का स्मृति अभी भी था, तो उनको बहुत बुरा लग रहा था कि मैंने बहुत बड़ा मिस्टेक कर दिया, कि जीवन मेरा परफेक्शन के पास था लेकिन मैं बीच में गड़बड़ कर दिया। तो बोले कि ये जन्म तो एटलीस्ट मैं ऐसा गंवाना नहीं चाहता। तो हिरण के शरीर में होते हुए भी उन्होंने सोचा कि ये जीवन अभी कोई भी डिस्ट्रैक्शन के बिना जीऊंगा मैं। और वो सीधा वही आश्रम में वापस गए, हिमालय में। और वहां पे जितने भी ऋषि मुनि है, जब वो मंत्र जप कर रहे हैं, यज्ञ कर रहे हैं, तो ये हिरण जाके उनके बाजू में बैठ जाता था। तो ये आश्रम के लोगों को भी आश्चर्य होता था कि ये हिरण रोज आता है यहाँ पे, यहीं पे बैठता है। तो वो भी उसको ज्यादा कुछ भगाते नहीं थे, तो जाके बैठ जाता था। और वो सोच रहा था कि अभी मैं तो हिरण हूं। अभी हिरण तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या आकर्षण हो सकता है हिरण का, क्योंकि हम मनुष्य के जीवन में तो बहुत सारे आकर्षण हो सकते हैं। पैसा है, बड़ा पोस्ट है, या बड़ा नाम है, या कुछ बहुत बड़ा पावर है। तो ऐसा बहुत सारे प्रलोभन हो सकते हैं, अट्रैक्शन हो सकते हैं। लेकिन हिरन के जीवन में क्या अट्रैक्शन हो सकता है? लेकिन ये हिरन जो भरत महाराज जी थे, वो इतना भी he had learned such a good lesson not to be distracted. He said that Hiran has at least one good distraction, and that is eating grass. तो बोले कि ये ग्रास खाते खाते मैं वापस मेरा अगला जन्म, I should not become grass because I am thinking about grass. तो बोले कि मैं जो हरा मुलायम सुंदर जो घास है वो भी नहीं खाऊंगा मैं। तो वो क्या खाते थे फिर? वो जो झाड़ के गिरे हुए पत्ते जो सूख गए हैं, वही खाते थे सिर्फ। तो हम देखते हैं कि हिरण के शरीर में होके भी वो पूरा जिंदगी भर उपवास किए। वो सोच रहे थे कि बेटर टू फास्ट देन टू गेट डिस्ट्रैक्टेड। तो ऐसा उनका जीवन था। और फिर पूरा जीवन भर वो सूखा घास खा के, और जो आश्रम था आजू बाजू में रह के बिता दिया उन्होंने। और एक दिन वैसे ही आश्रम के पास में रहते उनका अंत समय आ गया, एंड देन ही लेफ्ट हिज बॉडी। Now, when he left his body, because he was very eager to be with devotees, he was very eager to practice Krishna consciousness. Now he got third life, and in the third life he became a Brahman. He was born in a very high class, very pious, nice Brahmana, and his father was very scholar. He was very strict in the performances of religious duties. To this Bharat Maharaj, after the body of deer, he got this body of a Brahmana, and then he became a Brahman. So now, by Krishna's mercy, he was having both remembrances. He was remembering his previous life of deer and previous to previous life, that is Bharat Maharaj. Both lives he was very clearly remembering. तो उससे क्या हुआ, उससे उनका जो डिटर्मिनेशन है कि अभी एक छोटी सी मुसीबत के कारण मुझे दो ऑलरेडी जीवन मेरा सफल नहीं हो पाया. So already two backlogs are there. I don't want to have a third backlog. दो बार मैं फेल हुआ हूँ एग्जाम में, अभी तीसरी बार तो I don't want to get fail. So he was very determined. And somebody who is very determined not to be distracted, then he was thinking what to do. कि ये अभी तो मैं ब्राह्मण के कुल में जन्मा हूँ, अभी तो बहुत सारे कुछ कुछ चीजें रहेंगे, बहुत सारे लोग सम्मान देंगे, बहुत सारे लोग पूजा करवाएंगे, बहुत सारा लोग दक्षिणा देंगे, बहुत सारे लोग इतने सारे पढ़ाई करना पड़ेगा, और तो वो सोच रहे थे कि ये तो मैं कदापि नहीं करूंगा. I don't want to be distracted by anything of this world, even to the money or some post or prestige or anything. So then he devised a very novel plan. वो क्या किए कि उनका जन्म तो बहुत अच्छे खानदान में हुआ था, तो वो सोचे कि मैं ऐसा व्यवहार करूंगा कि लोग मेरे से बात ही नहीं करेंगे, मुझको छोड़ देंगे भगवान के हवाले. तो वो क्या करते थे कि ऐसा व्यवहार करते थे कि लोग उनको मंद बुद्धि समझे, लोग समझे कि ये इसका स्क्रू थोड़ा ढीला है, ताकि वो फिर उससे कुछ एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं रखेंगे. तो ऐसा जीवन वो जीने लगे. तो उसके पिताजी ने बहुत ट्राई किया उनको सिखाने का, ABCD, संस्कृत में अल्फाबेट्स अ आ ई, लेकिन वो समझते तो थे वो, लेकिन बाहर से दिखाते थे कि मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है. तो पिताजी भी बहुत he was very sad that ये क्या है, मेरे दूसरे पुत्र तो इतने अच्छे हैं, लेकिन ये पुत्र तो कोई दिमाग है ही नहीं, समझ नहीं आ रहा है उनको. और पिताजी उनको कुछ अच्छा ट्रेनिंग देना चाहते थे कि देखो क्या है कि प्रसाद से पहले हाथ धोने का होता है. तो वो इंटेंटली प्रसाद के पहले हाथ नहीं धोएंगे, ऐसे ही गंदे हाथ से जाएंगे प्रसाद लेंगे और प्रसाद के बाद धोएंगे हाथ. तो उनके पिताजी बहुत बार बताते थे, लेकिन वे समझते नहीं थे. पिताजी बताते कि देखो, जब आप 1 नंबर 2 नंबर टॉयलेट जाते हो तो आने के बाद हाथ अच्छे से धोना चाहिए। तो वो क्या करते थे, हाथ पहले धोते थे और बाद में टॉयलेट जाते थे। तो पिताजी तो बहुत he used to become very sad seeing the state of his child. तो ऐसे ही थे वो, जो भी कुछ मिला वो खाते थे, जहां पे मिला वो सोते थे, और ऐसे ही उनका चल रहा था। तो उनके पिताजी ने और उनके माता ने बहुत ट्राई किया उनको एक अच्छा आदमी बनाने के लिए, लेकिन उनको पता नहीं था कि ये अच्छे आदमी पहले से ही है। अभी वो ये भौतिक रूप से अच्छा नहीं बनना है उनको, क्योंकि ही इज वेरी ईगर टू गो बैक होम, बैक टू गॉड हेड। तो हम देखते हैं कि ये दुनिया का अच्छा आदमी होने से अच्छा हमको भगवान का आदमी होना है। तो बहुत बार हम ऐसे चीजों में फंस जाते हैं, just to prove to the whole world, so much time and energy we spend. So Bharat Maharaj is a very nice practical example of a person who, when he is fixed in his goal, other things he keeps aside. This reminds me of one of the quotes of Bill Gates. So Bill Gates was telling that the secret of my success, that the way he became top of the world in terms of IT, he said that it is not that in my life I chose the opportunities, because generally what it is that when the opportunities come, we should grab it and then we should go ahead, and generally people consider that as a path to success. But in one of his interviews, this Bill Gates was telling कि many opportunities came to me, good opportunities came to me, and one of the secret of my success is I rejected many opportunities and focused on one opportunity only. That made me successful the way I am now. So he was telling that he didn't focus on each and every opportunity which came to him, because this world will give hundreds of difficulties. If you focus on all, we will be in nowhere. And even when it comes to opportunities, so many opportunities will come. We have to choose which opportunity we want to go ahead with. So we see that the way there are the bad distractions, there are some good distractions also. Now, to understand this good distraction, we have to be little fine-tuned to understand that there are some good distractions also. Good distractions means it is good, but that is not the time. That means right thing at wrong time. That is called as a good distraction. Like that. So, like when the exam is there, the student gets one book of general knowledge, and then he is just reading general knowledge. So one may say that general knowledge is very nice. Yes, it is very nice, but the time is not right. Time is his exam. Now he's supposed to read the syllabus books, not the general knowledge. General knowledge he can read later. So that general knowledge becomes a bad, although it is a good knowledge. So this is called as a positive distraction. It is positive in a sense, it is going to increase your knowledge, but it's a distraction from our actual goal. And we can see so many such good distractions also in our life. Now you can see individually also कि हमारे जीवन में ऐसे बहुत सारे डिस्ट्रैक्शन आते हैं जिससे हमारा बहुत समय और एनर्जी जाता है. वेस्ट नहीं बोलूंगा मैं, बट देन बहुत सारा एनर्जी उसमें खर्च होता है जो it would have been utilized far better if there was one goal. ऐसा है. कभी कभी हम देखते हैं कि कुछ कुछ लोगों के पास बहुत सारे फोन्स आते हैं, ये दोस्त का, वो दोस्त का, इसका उसका, दिन में 100 फोन आते हैं और फिर 100 जन के साथ बात करते हैं और हमको भी अच्छा लगता है. लेकिन हमको ये भी समझना चाहिए कि along with becoming social person, we have to contribute also very nicely in our life, in others' life. So जैसे मैं देखता था हॉस्टल में कुछ कुछ लड़के रहते हैं, दे आर सो सोशल कि हर रोज हर एक रूम में जाएंगे, वो सबको पूछेंगे क्या चल रहा है, कैसे चल रहा है, ठीक हो, थोड़ा बात करेंगे, फिर आगे निकलेंगे. So they are famous throughout the hostel. Everybody knows them. They are like friend to everybody. So they are loved by everybody except their teacher because he doesn't study. So this is also called as a positive distraction. Ki whatever your goal is, the other things that we are distracted from that. So here Bharat Maharaj was dealing now with positive distractions. Previously he was dealing with negative distractions. He was a deer, and then now here there were so many positive distractions. He had an opportunity to become a very nice gentleman, but then he felt that being a gentleman of this world, if that is not going to help me, then what is the point? So he said that better people see me as a mad person, people see me as a dumb person, people see me as a useless person, and get Krishna, go back to Godhead. That is better than getting the stamp of this world that you are a very nice person, and then I miss the opportunity to go back home, back to Godhead. So he was very clear because twice he had failed in his final exam. So this time he was damn clear कि उनको क्या करना है जीवन में. So he was always remembering Krishna. He was always immersed in thoughts of Krishna. Externally, he used to show as if he's mad. He doesn't understand anything. So insensitive to anything outside. So after his father departed, his brothers, they were very cruel. They were very cunning. So they did not give him any share from the father's property. They thought that anyway he doesn't understand what he will do with the share. So they used to use this Bharat. Now he is called as Jada Bharat. Jada means without any response. He's like a stone only. उसको कुछ भी बोले कुछ रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आएगा. अच्छा भी रिस्पॉन्स नहीं, बुरा भी रिस्पॉन्स नहीं. No response. So that was his state. So that's how in Bhagavatam he is called as a Jada Bharat. Jada means he's without any response, like a stone. So we see that in this world also, people that take advantage when we are living very innocent, normal life. So here also same thing happened. They started taking advantage and they started treating him almost like their servant. They will make him carry the loads. They will make him give him the duty of a guard, and then he will stand there guarding the fields and like that. So generally आपने देखा होगा कि खेत में वो ऐसे पुतला जैसे बनाते हैं. That is in English they call it as a scarecrow. जो भी पंछी आते हैं उनको डराने के लिए ऐसे ऐसे शर्ट वगैरह पहनाते हैं और एक पुतले के जैसा खड़ा करते हैं बीचों बीच, ताकि वो पंछी जब आए तो उनको लगे कि यहाँ पे आदमी खड़ा है तो वो भाग जाते हैं. तो ये जो उनके भाई थे वो उनको ऐसे खड़ा करते थे बीच खेत में, तो वो भी ऐसे खड़ा हो जाते थे वहां पे बिना हिले. तो एक दिन ऐसे ही वो खड़े थे और अंदर तो उनका कृष्ण भावना चल रहा था, कृष्ण का स्मरण चल रहा था. बाहर से पूरा दिखाते थे कि मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं रहा है, मुझे कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, लाइक दैट, वेरी अनकंसर्न फॉर एनीथिंग आउटसाइड. तो वहां से वहां के जो डेकॉइट थे, तो डेकॉइट जनरली ये जो गलत काम करने वाले लोग रहते हैं, जैसे आप देखेंगे कुछ काला जादू करने वाले, चोर, डाकू या ऐसे कुछ जो कार्य करने वाले लोग रहते हैं, वो जनरली काली का पूजा करते हैं, भद्रकाली, चंडी वगैरह. तो और उनको बहुत सारा चीज वो भोग नैवेद्य के रूप में भेंट देते हैं. मांस देते हैं, मदिरा, वाइन देते हैं, और कुछ कुछ वो ऐसे देते हैं. कुछ कुछ लोग तो बलि भी देते हैं. कभी बकरे का बलि देते हैं, कभी 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 तो ह्यूमन सैक्रिफाइस आल्सो दे डू. अगर कुछ बड़ा फंक्शन है और काली को पूजा कर रहे हैं और उनको प्रसन्न करना है, तो कुछ ऐसा बलि दे चढ़ाते हैं. तो ये जो सरदार थे चोरों के, वो भी एक बड़ा मुहिम हाथ में था उनका, बड़ा डाका डालना था. तो उन्होंने सोचा कि काली का पूजा किया जाए. तो काली का पूजा कर रहे थे और काली की प्रसन्नता के लिए उन्होंने एक आदमी को पकड़ के लाया था और वो आदमी को पकड़ के लाया था और उसको बलि देना ही था, लेकिन वो आदमी को पता चला कि मेरा बलि जाने वाला है. तो उसी रात वो कैसे तो भाग गया वो. तो जब दूसरे दिन बलि देने का समय आया तो देखा उन्होंने कि ये आदमी है ही नहीं. तो वो जो सरदार था वो बहुत गुस्सा हो गया. बोले क्या है ये, हमारा पूजा ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए. तुरंत जाओ और जो भी वो भाग गया है उसको पकड़ के लेके आओ। तो ये जो डाकू थे वो तुरंत निकल गए बाहर, जगह जगह जाके ढूंढने लगे कि कहाँ ये छुप गए हैं, लेकिन कुछ मिला ही नहीं उनको। तो बहुत हताश हो गए, बोले कि अगर हम खाली हाथ जाएंगे तो हमारा सर हमारे कंधे पे नहीं रहेगा, हमारा सरदार जो है वो हमारा तो वाट लगा देगा। तो वो सोच रहे थे क्या करने का। तो ऐसे वो जब घूम रहे थे तो उन्होंने जट भरत को देखा, ऐसे खड़े हैं वहां पे। तो वहां पे जाके देखा कि अरे ये तो पागल है, और इसको ही क्यों ना पकड़ के लेके जाए, तो सरदार का भी काम हो जाएगा, हमारा जान भी बच जाएगा। तो बोले हाँ ये बहुत अच्छा है। तो जड़ भरत को उन्होंने पकड़ लिया। जड़ भरत को तो कुछ लेना देना तो था नहीं, तो वो बोले चलो, तो बोले चलो, तो निकल गए वो। तो आए वहां पे, तो फिर वहां पे चंडी का यज्ञ चल रहा था, पूरा पूजा हो रहा था। तो ये जड़ भरत वहां पे गए, देखा उन्होंने कि यहाँ पे कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, यहाँ पे बहुत खतरा है। लेकिन वो सोच रहे थे कि अगर इस सिचुएशन में मैं भागता हूँ और मेरा मन कहीं अलग है मेरा जान बचाने के लिए, और वो स्थिति में अगर मेरा शरीर त्याग हुआ, मार दिया मुझे उस सिचुएशन में, कि मैं डर के मारे मेरी जान बचाने के लिए जा रहा हूँ, और उस सिचुएशन में अगर मैं मर गया तो वापस मुझे जन्म लेना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि मैं कृष्ण का तो स्मरण नहीं कर रहा हूँ। तो मेरा मन है वो भय के कारण दूसरा ही कुछ तो चिंतन हो रहा है। तो बोले ठीक है, वो भी कैंसल। वो बोले जो होगा वो देखा जाएगा, वो बाहर के लोग जो भी करे करना चाहे मेरे साथ, मैं तो भगवान का स्मरण छोड़ूंगा नहीं। तो वो खड़े थे वहां पे, आज ही उनको कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। तो इन्होंने पूरा अपना सामग्री जमा किया। अभी जो लास्ट एंड पॉइंट, जब उनका सर नीचे रखा गया और ऊपर से वो सरदार तलवार लेके उनका गर्दन काटने ही वाला था, तो ये चंडी जो है भद्रकाली, वो देख रही थी कि उसके ही सामने उसके ही पूजा करने वाले कृष्ण के महान भक्त का अभी गला काट रहे हैं। तो ये तो बड़ा अपराध है कि किसी भक्त को ऐसा कुछ करना। तो काली भी वो सहन नहीं कर पाई। वो जो काली थी वो पूरा मूर्ति तोड़ के बाहर निकली। तो ये जो डाकू थे वो तो एकदम चकरा गए कि बलि देने से पहले ही देवी बाहर निकल के आई। लेकिन देवी बहुत गुस्से में थी, और देवी के बहुत सारे हाथ थे, और बेधुन देवी हर एक को पकड़ पकड़ के कत्ल कर रही थी, उनका सर काट रही थी, किसी को मार रही थी। तो ऐसा पूरा वहां पे भयानक सीन हो गया कि जितने भी डाकू थे वो काली हर एक को पकड़ पकड़ के मार रही थी। तो कुछ लोग तो भाग गए, जो भी कुछ बचे थे वो खत्म हो गए वहां। और फिर वापस काली शांत होके चली गई। तो जड़ भरत अकेले बचे थे वहां पे। तो जड़ भरत ना तो वो जब मरने वाले थे, ना तो उनको डर लगा, ना तो उससे भाग भाग गए हो, ना तो अभी जब सब काली ने उनको बचाया तो कुछ वो रिएक्शन दिए। बोले कि नो रिएक्शन, बिकॉज रिएक्शन देके मैं फंस गया, दो जीवन, अभी कहीं भी नहीं फंसना है। और then he moved on from there. You are just walking like a mad person. तो जंगल से वो जा रहे थे, तो वहां पे उन्होंने जब जा रहे थे तो राजा रहुगण रहुगण नाम का एक राजा है, वो नॉर्थ में जगह है, वहां से वो बंगाल जा रहे थे। आप में से पता नहीं कितने लोग जहां पे गंगा समुद्र को मिलती है उसको गंगा सागर बोलते हैं। तो गंगा सागर आज भी बहुत बड़ा तीर्थ है, वहां पे बहुत सारे लोग जाते हैं। वहां पे गंगा एक बड़ा ऐसा समंदर ही है वो, क्योंकि वो समुद्र को जहां पे मिलती है गंगा, दैट इज इट्स लाइक ह्यूज। क्योंकि जो बोट से जाना पड़ता है अंदर, जहाँ पे वो गंगा सागर तीर्थ है। तो वहां पे कपिल आश्रम है, कपिल मुनि वहां पे रहते थे। तो ये रहुगुण जो है वो बहुत आध्यात्मिक चेतना वाले थे, आध्यात्मिक चेतना वाले थे, लेकिन पूरे अभी तक पक्व नहीं थे। He was not fully mature, religious he was. He wanted to go for some hearing some katha from कपिल मुनि। सो वो जा रहे थे वहां से अपने पालकी में बैठ के। तो जा रहे थे, ये अभी नेक्स्ट एपिसोड आता है कि जड़ भरत के जीवन में ये रहुगुण जो महाराज है उनके साथ उनका जो वार्तालाप हुआ है वो आता है अभी अगले सेक्शन में। लेकिन आज का सेक्शन जो था वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था। क्यों? क्योंकि आज के सेक्शन में हमने देखा कि भरत महाराज लर्निंग अ वेरी गुड लेसन फ्रॉम हिज पास्ट फेलियर्स, ही वाज सो केयरफुल। इसलिए बोलते हैं कि हिस्ट्री रिपीट्स इटसेल्फ व्हेन वी डोंट टेक लेसन्स फ्रॉम हिस्ट्री। तो हम देखते हैं कि हिस्ट्री में बहुत सारे गलतियां हुई है लोगों से। तो हमको स्कूल में हिस्ट्री पढ़ाया जाता है। वो हिस्ट्री क्यों पढ़ाया जाता है हमको? हमको वो हिस्ट्री पढ़ाया जाता है इसलिए कि उसमें जो गलतियां की है लोगों ने वो हम न करें, और जो कुछ अच्छी चीजें की वो हम बार बार करें। इसलिए वो हिस्ट्री पढ़ाया जाता है। तो फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन, अमेरिकन रेवोल्यूशन, इंडोनेशियन रेवोल्यूशन, दिस रेवोल्यूशन दैट रेवोल्यूशन, वो पढ़ के हमारा क्या जीवन बनने वाला है? तो हम यही सीखते हैं जो हमारा इतिहास है कि हम आगे कैसे हमको लाइफ जीना है। बाकी लोगों ने जो गलती किया है उसको दोहराना नहीं है। तो यही हम सीखते हैं। तो ये श्रीमद् भागवतम का सेक्शन जो है बहुत सुंदर है, इसलिए क्योंकि इससे हम बहुत सीखते हैं अपने जीवन में कि हाउ वी शुड नॉट बी डिस्ट्रैक्टेड इवन बाय गुड डिस्ट्रैक्शन, व्हाट टू स्पीक ऑफ बैड डिस्ट्रैक्शन। बैड डिस्ट्रैक्शन तो बहुत आसान रहता है समझना कि वो तो ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट रहता है ना। जैसे कुछ गंदी आदतें हैं तो वो तो सबको पता है कि ये इसे बचना चाहिए, या कुछ गलत संग होता है जिसमें बहुत सारा प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है तो उसे बचना चाहिए। टाइम पास होता है उससे बचना चाहिए। तो ये जो गलत चीजें हैं वो उससे तो बचना ही चाहिए, वो ऐसे डिस्ट्रैक्शन से। नहीं तो हम अपना कर्तव्य नहीं कर सकते। तो उसमें कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करना चाहिए हमारे कर्तव्य में। लेकिन along with being careful with bad distractions, we have to be very careful also with good distractions। क्योंकि बहुत सारे जेंटलमैन they become prey, they become victims of these good distractions, और बहुत सारा समय एनर्जी बर्बाद कर देते हैं. तो that's why we have to see that we are given this human life not to be just a good human. We are given this human life so that we perfect this human form by becoming devotees of Krishna and going back to Godhead. क्यों? क्योंकि हम कितना भी अच्छा आदमी क्यों न हो ये दुनिया में, हमको वापस यहाँ पे जन्म लेना पड़ेगा अगर हमने ये जीवन पूर्ण रूप से सार्थक नहीं किया उसका. तो so we have not come to this world just to be a social being. We have not come to this world to become a gentleman in the eyes of outside world. We have not come here to get a stamp from outside that you are such a nice person. No. We have come to this place so that we get a stamp from Krishna that you are a very nice devotee. And for that stamp from Krishna, to that recognition from Krishna, one has to keep aside all distractions, good or bad. And we were seeing the contemporary example of Bill Gates. Bill Gates says that one of the reasons for my success is that I kept myself away from so many opportunities which were calling me. I just keep them aside. I just focused on one thing and then went ahead. So it's not that every opportunity comes, you are like into it. No, we choose even amongst the opportunities कि हमको क्या करना है. Whether that opportunity is in line with my goal. अगर मेरे goal के line में है वो, if that opportunity is taking me ahead in my goal, I'll take it. If that opportunity, whatever good it may be, if it is not taking me to my goal, then I keep it parked. I don't say it's bad, but just keep it aside. So specifically when we are becoming devotees, because we all are studying Srimad Bhagwatam, and this Srimad Bhagwatam is for this purpose only, that ultimately at the end of life we become devotees of Krishna. One may say, no, we are devotees already. Yes, we are devotees of Krishna, but then we are not yet mature devotees of Krishna. Mature devotees of Krishna means for such devotee there exists nothing other than service to Krishna. Krishna becomes the center point of his life. To that degree, that maturity can be seen. Because any other things, achievements will last till this body lasts. Till the point this body is there, all our achievements will go. Once this body goes away, all our achievements, success, everything ends. It's like in one shot, everything ends. So that's why we focus on chanting Hare Krishna, associating with devotees, and reading the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagwatam. And then to the degree we do this, keeping aside good and bad distractions. So then Krishna will be very pleased with such kind of focused Krishna consciousness. So whatever we are practicing now, in terms of chanting Hare Krishna, in terms of reading Bhagavad Gita, in terms of reading Prabhupada's very nice small books are there which we read. So that has to be done without any deviation. It's like we are focused. So this very important lesson we learn so that we can become very nice devotees. And next time we'll see this very nice conversation between King Rahugana and Jada Bharat. That also is one very interesting story and very interesting dialogue between both of them. So that we'll see next time. So anybody has any questions? Vrindavan Gopalpur has raised his hand. Yes, Vrindavan.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for a very nice class. So I have two questions. So first question is regarding you see in the case of Jad Bharat, so he was really like a avadhut, and like he was completely indifferent to what is happening into this world. So from the example of like Jad Bharat, you can see that like he was like completely indifferent to the like how people were behaving with him, like how like people also try to cheat him, like, but in spite of that also like he was not retaliating, completely indifferent to everything. He was completely dependent upon Krishna. But we see in case of us, like practically, like how means what lesson we can learn from like his aspect, like, because we cannot be like become like him, like even like people are trying to cheat us, or like they are like trying to like defame us by different way. So in that situation, so we cannot like neglect that thing and become like completely indifferent like him.
Yeah.
Then like practically means what things we can learn from like his such behavior.
Yeah. So what we can learn is the conclusion of this lecture is not that we become Jad Bharat or we become kind of indifferent or so that is not the lesson. That is not the application. Just a minute. Why the screen is getting blur?
I think it will be some network issue, might be from your side. Yeah, now it's okay.
Yeah. So the thing which we learn is that we should not spend too much time, unnecessary time to get the stamp from other people that you're a good gentleman. For example, I'll tell. When it comes to dressing ourselves, we will dress neatly, not that we'll dress like a madman. We'll wear some torn dhoti or kurta or pant shirt or things like that. No, when it comes to wearing dress, we will wear neat dress, clean dress. But then we may not be so concerned about the further details of how the matching is there and how the things are there. Like for example, one of the devotee was telling that he was going by the flight, and then he was wearing one jacket, and then he was wearing other dress. So the person who was sitting next to him, quite looking like a businessman, he was sitting with him, and then this businessman told him that, sir, this your jacket doesn't match with your shirt. And then this devotee looked at jacket as if he's seeing it the first time, and then he looked at him and he said, okay. So this man was so shocked with that cool reaction, because generally outside people, when you say that, you don't look so nice in this dress, and then people take it very seriously. They like kind of, they will look at from 10 directions, they will say, no, no, really, do you really mean it? What is the problem? And then things like that. So he was so cool, so that next person became shocked that, what kind of person is this? And then the devotee was telling that later on, by seeing this, devotees very, kind of detached, very happy behavior, this person started, practically pouring out all his personal emotions, personal problems, and this and that. And then he said afterwards that, why I'm telling all this thing to you? These are my so many personal things I'm telling. I never told all these things to anybody. How is it that I happen to tell you all these things? So because that person could understand that this person is something different. This person is not of the same category which I stay, to brag about myself, or to kind of that selfishness. He could see that it's not there, and then he became open minded. He opened his heart. So what point I was kind of trying to make it here is that we have to be we have to do the needful, but then sometimes our uh, kind of things go beyond that need. So then there is a problem. Then we lose so much time and energy. So we need to eat, no doubt. And sometimes, in the holidays or something like that, somebody may like to eat some special dinner or something like that. Perfect. But then, I have seen some people traveling for 50 kilometers to taste one dish in some remote corner of the some nation, just so that they can taste that dish and come back. So that kind of things has to be avoided. So normal, when things needed, that we should do. Now Jad Bharat was not at all interacting with people. That we cannot do. We have to interact with people. But then to interact with people also has some limit. With whom to interact and how much to interact. That individually we have to see. Because if you just become social fully, then you are dissolved. You will not get any time for yourself. You will not get any time for your family. You will not get any time for spiritual life. You will just be kind of devoured by the social responsibilities. So we have to see how much to do and how much not to do. In one day, you may have 5 invitations for marriage. You have to decide at the end of the day ki kya karna hai. So point is that there should be a balance between our spiritual life and material life, our work life. So basically the principle is this: there should be a good balance between work and our personal life. So there should be balance between social life and our personal life. There should be balance between spiritual and material duty. So there should be a proper balance. We cannot go like that. Normal, that balance, any person who is little common sense, he has that balance. But because of whatever, people lose that common sense. For example, somebody likes gulab jamun, then there is a balance how much he should eat. Not that he likes gulab jamun means he eats 30 gulab jamuns in dinner. No, it's like, so he should understand that, okay, I like it. Every day normally I may take 2, but now because a lot of things are there, so okay, today I may take 4. So that's okay. But then uh, he should know how much to get into. Is that clarify?
Yes, Guruji, thank you. And Guruji, one more question is there
Yeah.
related to good distractions. Like, so specifically, my question is related to like reading and hearing. Like, just personally, in case of me, like I like to read like a Ramayana of Shubhilas Prabhu, like, and then because I am also like personally observing in case of me, like sometimes misread Bhagwatam also and Ramayana also. But like because I like that very much, so that's like a daily, like wherever going traveling, so then I read more than Bhagavatam that Ramayana, like of Prabhuji Shubhilas Prabhu, like. And also regarding hearing classes also, like sometimes we hear more than Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj, like classes of like Govind Prabhu, Radha Gopinath Prabhu, Gaurang Prabhu, Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, like also because like they are very systematic and all, like. So then are they also like a good distraction or how it is like?
Yeah, when it comes to reading, Prabhupada book reading has to be substantial. Prabhupada book reading cannot be compromised with other books. That's for sure. Prabhupada books are like staple food, like rice, dal, sabji, chapati. That is like a staple food. Someday you may have pav bhaji, and then you may eat pav bhaji little more. But you can't eat pav bhaji every day. So everyday thing should be as it is. In between, sometimes, some days, some just for some extra inspiration, you may read some other things. But what the actual devotional nourishment comes from Prabhupada's books. So that should not be lost in search of some kind of a intellectual inspiration. So we have to be careful, because we want to follow Prabhupada and we want to also want to think like Prabhupada, see things like Prabhupada, like that. That will be very pleasing to Krishna. Even with the hearing different classes, because now the desire tree is there, millions of lectures are available on the internet. But then we have to be careful to first kind of focus on Prabhupada lecture, Guru Maharaj lecture, and then other lecture can be as a inspirational. And if you are inspired by somebody, that's perfect, no problem with that. But then our basic things has to be taken care. That should not be compromised for kind of just feeling some inspiration and feeling some good. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for clarity.
Hare Krishna, Lalitpuru.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I was just about to just check. So, we were talking about Bharat Maharaj, where his state was too high, well beyond normal person's capacity. That
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
doing, like his state was that he was into a balanced in both this situation. Like even if it is, his reaction was neither good or nor bad in any situation. But then what happens with us is, in practical life, is that we do good, we do bad, happens, and we fall into a both the situation. Now, my question is that, and at the same time, we also have a one superior understanding, is that if we think in a background and we think about Krishna consciousness and we do activity in Krishna consciousness, then whatever activity that we do, that develops a Krishna prem, and then we move towards the higher spiritual world. Now, the question is, if I keep doing good, do I have to again come back because I have spent a lot of things in doing just good, and that leaves some karma on me, and then I'll have to come back? I know that generally won't happen, because there are so many bad karmas that won't end up. But then this is just a question that came to me.
No, that is the law of this material world. Krishna says, Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha, madhye tishtanti rajasa, jaghanya guna vrittistha, adho gachanti tamasa. That if somebody is sattva guna, he is doing very good things, then he is promoted to the higher planets like Swargaloka, Chandraloka, Tapaloka, Janaloka, Brahmaloka. But then same Bhagavad Gita also says, A Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartino Arjuna, that the way people go even up to Brahma Loka, they also have to come down. So person feels that why I have to get into this samsara chakra, sometimes going up, sometimes coming down. Because when you are going up, you feel nice. I don't know how many of you have sit in that wheel. वो बड़ा wheel रहता है ना, वो बच्चे बैठते हैं उसमें, वो फेयर्स में रहता है वो. तो when you are going up, it's very nice. You enjoy like anything. But when it starts coming down, it appears as if you will vomit. Like you feel very uncomfortable. So the whole material world is like that. When you are going up, you feel very nice. I'm succeeding in my life, but that success is just one step before that going down. That curve is going to come. So material world, which is limited, it has this cycle of good and bad, higher and lower, things that. So more higher you go, lower you have to come back. So that is a law. You can't change it. So that's why in this world, even if that good is there, that good till the point it keeps you in this world only. In that sense, it is bad. It's like that. So, for example, you may like some hospital. That's okay. But just because you like that hospital, you reject the discharge opportunity, then that is like, that's not logical. You can't say that, no, I don't want any discharge from this hospital because I like this hospital very much. Then you don't understand what the hospital means. Hospital means that you are supposed to go there for getting cured and then get discharged. So similarly, this world is also like a hospital. We come here and we are supposed to get discharged. Not we are promoted from the OPD to some deluxe room, and from deluxe room to ICU. One may say that it's very nice. I'm getting nice care, but then the whole goal of joining the hospital is to get out, not just go to the deluxe room. Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. So we'll end here. Thank you all very much for patiently hearing. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for
Okay. So we'll take leave here. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada
thank you.
ki jai.
Yeah.
Hare
Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving a valuable time and good, very beautiful pastime of Bharat Maharaj. So we thank Prabhuji by loudly chanting 3 times. Hari Bol. Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol. Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, everyone.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, everyone, for giving their valuable time. So I'd like to invite you for the next every Sunday program also. So thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Bye.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.